Look at those guys. People like Taylor Swift and all. You want to know who these guys are. If you don't know things like who these guys are, you're not going to compete in the world. If you want the edge, this is the stuff you got to know. This is where it is. It's the global marketplace.
No. So we did that. Let me tell you where I am. So,
wow.
20th floor. So this is Gongguk University. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where I have a faculty appointment.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I miss Korea. Oh, the weather is really good.
Wait, look at it.
Ready? Okay. Oh, that's a detail. It's quite important.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move something here. You have to have details. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The other night we had an alumni event here. So they handed these out.
Yeah, I miss Pennsylvania so much. I miss when I was a student.
Yeah. Life was easier, wasn't it? By the way, I want to show you something. I got this yesterday. These are all the signatures from 17. I had a meeting with somebody. It was
Actually, this content started nowadays. This LA is not a Hollywood, it's a Hanrywood, because there are a lot of Korean contents here, and then we have a lot of communication. The Hallyu and then K contents is already popular in all over the world.
So one of the questions that I've been asked a lot for the past 3 or 4, actually, the main question I've been asked by Koreans, are we going to be able to sustain this Hallyu movement, this growth? And I always say, well, yes, I think so. I don't see any reason why not. Hallyu, you think of the Korean wave. I often talk about it as a tsunami. I'm always surprised, although maybe surprised isn't quite the right word, but I'm struck by how I meet people on a fairly regular basis. And they say, oh, I'm a big fan of a certain group, like 17, even still old school girls' generation, or everybody's a fan of BTS or, Blackpink. And they just are kind of a fan on their own terms in their own life. Or like K-drama, I meet my neighbor who I've known forever, who's a huge K-drama fan, and just watches Netflix all the time. Korean culture is a very complex culture for Westerners to crack into and to understand. Something just like I was gifted this book yesterday on nunchi, to try to explain nunchi to Westerners. I mean, look, you need a whole book. It's 225 pages, and you need all 225 pages to try to explain this. So honestly, the most complex parts of Korean culture are not going to be understood by people, and they're not. You can watch the dramas and you see people doing certain things and speaking in certain ways, and you see the power relationships between people. But in the West, if that's all but what we see with Korean cultural content is we see enough of it to know that it's there and that it still exists in Korean culture. And that's interesting. It's very important to understanding, how it is or what people I think are getting from this. And certainly knowledge and awareness that there's a lot of depth and complexity that's in play that we don't understand, but it's not inaccessible to us. We can still appreciate it and watch it. And
Nunchi is really kind of Korean thing. We're still learning the nunchis when we grow up.
Nunchi is social intelligence. It's very fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where is Hallyu is right now in 2024 in America and all over the world? Where are we going?
Didn't Netflix just decide to invest about $2 billion into Korean content or something like that, right? Well, when BTS kind of stepped away from performing as a group, many people were asking, oh my gosh, is this it for K-pop? And now you suddenly see this new, not only the 4th, but now the 5th generation of artists, and people are continuing to, develop fan bases around all these new artists. And so I think we're going to continue to see these generations, but maybe what is going to happen, and it seems to be the case, I've been reading a lot about it, the financial arrangements between, production and management companies and artists and so on, those are going to change and evolve over time in different ways.
It's true. Yeah. Why Americans, including the Americans all over the world, enthusiastic about the Korean culture? It is still going on, There's a lot of future. Probably Koreans is also surprised that why do they like so much like a Korean culture? Do you have any comments or opinion for the last question?
First and foremost, it is a traditional culture that is rooted in this kind of Confucius view of harmony. And I think that kind of stands against so many things or contrasts with so many things in the West. And it makes it interesting. More expansive air travel. That we're seeing lots of guests and visitors, many, like millions and millions coming to Korea. And then, of course, Koreans producing really quality content and sending Korean culture out around the world. So this kind of sort of this entry and this ability to peer into this society called the Republic of Korea is a relatively new phenomenon. It's really only in the past 4 decades that we see this real kind of sharing of cultural content. And I think that makes it really interesting. And high quality, Koreans went from just producing lots and lots of stuff, including products, to producing products that are really good and quality. In all of these ways, Korea has shifted over time. Yeah, it's quality. And I think people appreciate that.
I think that'll be all for today. We say to be back, and then we'll see you soon.
Yeah, very good.
Hopefully.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Yeah, thank you so much. Take care. You too. Bye.
You're welcome. All right, okay, goodbye.